There's actually a ton of powerful beings in the Dragon Ball universe, or one could say multiverse. It's a show where everybody and their mother can produce energy projection, type of blast, power that can destroy moons, planets, all that good stuff. It's like a common theme at this point when it comes to destroying planets, because even lower tiers can destroy planets. I mean, one universe on its own is vast, but imagine having multiple different universes, each universe having their own god of destruction or angels. I'm not gonna lie, this is literally my excuse to find an excuse to talk about another Dragon Ball Z powerful woman. For example, this female god of destruction, just from the fact she's a god of destruction already proves she's powerful. Literally her name, God of Destruction. So you already know she has a crazy amount of destructive output, just like the other gods, the more popular ones like Beerus, the mainstream one we see us interact with the most. Don't get me wrong, there's other powerful female characters, but she's probably at least top 5 mighty female characters, even though there's a ton. She's one of those characters that don't have as much screen time because she's not really a main character or anything. She's one of the many other god of destructions, but one thing we do know about her is that she believes in the power of love, and she believes in beauty being important, like a female thing. Like, no lie, she seems like a cool deity. Like, yeah, I'm not playing. She's really about that love. She's literally obsessed with beauty. Yep, the light of love. They have techniques based on love. One can say she's a narcissist. She's obsessed with beauty, talking about who's the most beautiful person in the universe? Her, apparently, right? She believes she's the most beautiful in all the universes. In the Dragon Ball multiverse, each universe kind of comes in pairs. That's why some universes are almost like twin images of each other. That's why when you see these two, like Beerus is a god of destruction and Champa's, they're twin brothers. You see how they did that with the twin universes? When it comes to the female god of destruction, Beauty Queen, I'm going to go over it in this video's pair. Universe 11 and Universe 2's are the pair. That's crazy because that's the universe with Jiren, but that's none of my business. Compared to the other gods of destruction, when it comes to her look gives Egyptian type vibes when you look at her. Tell me you don't see the resemblance with Egyptian type vibes. These vibes even look like this when she's being attended to. This girl's living in the mirror with her servants, like a queen, king type thing. But she does wear the standard little chest thing that you see all the other gods of destruction wear. The same thing we see Beerus wear. You know what I mean? But let's get into it. It would be weird if she was a Dragon Ball character this top tier on the food chain and she can manipulate energy, so it's obviously she can do that. She can enhance her physicals with her energy, blah, 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 make an aura around herself, and produce energy blasts if she wishes. I don't believe we've actually seen her do the technique known as Hakai, but since she's a god of destruction, these are the type of things they know as gods of destruction, destroyer techniques like Hakai that can erase beings from existence. For the most part, pretty much all gods of destruction have to have this technique. It would be weird if she didn't have it. If beings that are not even full-blown god of destruction level beings can kind of mimic it a little bit, or beings that are literally just candidates have these type of techniques. They're not even full-blown god of destructions yet. Just candidates, and they can do stuff like this. That's crazy. Whether it be producing a destructive aura around herself, anything he can do when it comes to god of destruction stuff, she should be able to do as well. She's a legit god of destruction. So it's fair to say she can mimic destruction type of techniques like this as well. Just like everybody else in the show, it's implied she has fighting skills, being able to use a bow and arrow. Matter of fact, she's one of those characters, just like a lot of other characters that we've seen in the show, summon, or one could say magically materialize solid weapons to fight with in combat. Might I add, these bow and arrows that she materializes probably have similar power to her when she uses it, because they can damage or threaten other god of destruction level beings, right? That kind of stuff only makes sense. The warriors in her universe, because of this big tournament of power, beings that are weaker than her, also you can see them utilize techniques similar to the archery stuff, kind of further implying the influence she has over the warriors in her universe that are decently strong. It's just something you see this universe in particular specialize in, arrow type blasts and stuff, or attacks. Something that only happens in the manga. I wish they animated this. We actually get to see all the god of destructions kind of duke it out to really see that all the god of destructions aren't created equal. This kind of proves she's not at the top of the food chain when it comes to how strong she is versus the god of destruction, but this still proves she's somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, it's literally obvious she can destroy planets, because beings that are not even god of destruction level, that exist in the same universe as this female god of destruction, can slug it and dodge attacks from Super Saiyan Vegeta and give him some issues. The same being Vegeta that can destroy planets in his base form, he has Super Saiyan multiplier forms and god forms at this point. This is way in the past. He can destroy planets. And lower tier people that are not even god of destruction level can still slug it out with him in his Super Saiyan mode. His current Super Saiyan mode, might I add, because current Super Saiyan Vegeta is stronger than 10 years ago Super Saiyan Vegeta, if that makes sense, right? And she's stronger than these beings when it comes to punching and blast power. So yeah, it's a no-brainer that she can definitely catastrophically destroy a planet with ease. Super Saiyans in the past, like a Super Saiyan 2, already are confirmed to have enough blast power to blow away an entire solar system with their chi or ki. And we pretty much know as a god of destruction, when it comes to comparing her to Super Saiyan forms, we know she's stronger than Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3s, even Super Saiyan Reds, even Super Saiyan Blues based on what Beerus has done to Super Saiyan Blues. So if forms from back in the day like this can blast away solar systems, so can she blast away multiple planets or shoot a bow and arrow through a whole bunch of them and make them all explode or something. I mean, it is implied she can put energy in her bow and arrows too. So it's not just no standard normal bow and arrows, obviously, that can blow away multiple planets. I mean, you got to remember how big the sun is compared to planets. Heck, even destroying the sun is way more impressive than destroying multiple planets. Because they imply here, they're trying to figure out who's the strongest god of destruction, even though they might all be similarly, there might be some that have some slight strength advantages, you know what I mean? They're not all equal, but comparable, right? It's occasions like this where, even though it's heavily implied Beerus might be like the strongest or one of the strongest gods of destruction, he has lost the other ones in simple arm wrestling contests, so it lets you know that, yeah, they're all ridiculously strong. To even beat him in arm wrestling, that's still pretty impressive. Like in this occasion, she was one of the many gods of destruction blitzing Beerus, and Beerus avoided them, showing that, yeah, Beerus is pretty high up on the food chain. When you got gods of destruction that looks like the Joker, yeah, don't ask. He actually used his cards like the Joker. You know, let's stop. Against her, she got hurt from it, but it wasn't one shot, just like the other gods wasn't one shot. That's when you see her pull out her bow and arrow against one of these other gods of destruction, and the bow and arrow hit actually could damage these beings. Even though he tried to block it, it still technically went through his arm to show that she can indeed damage other God of Destruction level beings. Like, you can literally see it through his arm. When it comes to the different gods of destruction, Goku even said it himself, everybody's so ridiculously strong, it's mind-blowing. So they're all pretty freaking powerful, even to his standards. Goku's very powerful. Goku even said he can't even figure out who's fighting anymore because it was an all-out war in the ring. Even you can see her getting blasted by another God of Destruction here. Yeah, we didn't get much screen time. It happened. A lot of the stuff happened off screen, but she was one of the ones that wasn't still standing, but she's still a god of destruction. I would say the best way to get a true understanding of her might is to look at who are actual god of destruction, but who are actual god of destruction candidates in the multiverse, or one could say runner-ups to possibly being gods of destruction. This can kind of help you get a gauge on how strong she has to be when it comes to her punching power, blast power, and all that good stuff. Because despite it all, she's actually a god of destruction. When it comes to beings like Toph, he's not, but he actually has a god of destruction type mode, so you can kind of gauge her power based on a candidate for god of destruction like Toph. Matter of fact, in this freaking state, he still can fight in his base form, Super Saiyan 3 level beings like Goku in his Super Saiyan 3 form. His punching power can even get the advantage over a Super Saiyan 3, and it's technically too fast for a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He had to pull out a god form, Super Saiyan God. This actually technically shocked the other gods. It's as if he's a god, including her. This is impressive because this is not even his strongest form, and he can still fight Goku with red hair, and even force Goku to go blue hair, which is even a higher form than that. No matter if we're talking about anime or manga, Toph is a consistent Super Saiyan Blue level being who actually got a W on Goku. In this form, it's pretty much confirmed that since she's a god of destruction, she has to be a Super Saiyan Blue tier level being. You guys already know about the famous feat of this form being able to shake multiple universes, or the entire Dragon Ball macrocosm could feel his punches. You know, the famous punch or clashes between these two that was putting the universe in jeopardy with the crazy shockwave that was reaching all the way to the farthest ends of the macrocosm and craziness. So if this form can do this, imagine what this form can do. So this form right here can shake multiple universes. This one can do way more. He's not even in his true god of destruction form, and he can battle this. We've seen what happens when actual Super Saiyan Blues try to pull up on a god of destruction level being like Beerus. In the manga, in order for a Super Saiyan to even fight this form, they have to enter a higher level of Super Saiyan Blue, which is at least 20 times stronger. Or Goku, when he multiplies his power by 20 with Kaioken in Super Saiyan Blue, there's the only way they can fight this version of Toph. Occasions like that are proven when Toph in his God of Destruction state candidate God of Destruction being was able to withstand Vegeta going all out in his powered up Super Saiyan Blue form, and he's trying. This gives you an idea where the God of Destruction level beings bare minimum have to be, if even candidates are this strong. Further backs up my point about whatever this guy can do, she can do too. Naturally, by default, since she's at least a Super Saiyan Blue level being, she should be able to make multiple galaxies tremble or even delete multiple galaxies out of existence. Would have thought if she really felt like it, based on lower tier Super Saiyan God level characters or Super Saiyan red hair characters being able to shake the entire macrocosm, multiple universe size structures. There's occasions like this where Beerus and Champa were fighting each other. This wasn't necessarily talking about the God of Destruction woman. There's literally rules that forbid gods of destruction from fighting because they could destroy two universes. It's only natural for her to be able to produce energy blasts if she wanted to that can threaten the universe or cosmos itself. Yeah, don't get hit by her destruction energy. I'm just trying to picture that on screen. How would they animate that? Her pulling up on multiple galaxies, shooting through each one, would be entertaining to see. I mean, so there's no exact math to this when it comes to comparing her to the other Gods of Destruction, but if I had to make a rough guesstimation or estimation, this is how the grids would go. Just a few numbers, you know, I'm not gonna rank them all, but you get the gist of it, right? One being stronger than the other doesn't mean the other one can't win. The gaps aren't big at all when it comes to raw power output. So I think this is fair, even if we want to say she's a little bit, but it's not that far of a gap. You know what I'm saying? Any of the Gods of Destruction probably can do this into the macrocosm if they felt like it. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think, though? I'd personally love to see more screen time with her. Regardless of where you think she ranks, she still has enough power to devastate multiple planets, stars, 2 galaxies, the entire universe, shape the universe. She has to be in that range or she would be a God of Destruction like the rest of them, like Beerus. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Do you respect her might? But before I get going, I gotta say thanks for the donations, everybody. You gotta respect her. I know this is a little different. I just wanted an excuse to talk about another powerful female for Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? But respect her. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys later.